Thank you, JD. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the September HomeHub informational session. I'm Danielle with the marketing group, and today we're here to talk about our wonderful, amazing program, HomeHub. Now, just so you know, if you haven't heard the news already, our development company partner with us, Move Easy, has now changed their brand name to Live Easy, which you'll see on Miss Kate's screen background. So that's Live Easy, just so you're in the know about that wonderful change. And we've got some really fun overviews and exciting things and developments with the program. If you've missed our summer series, no problem. We're going to talk, about those things today. So let's dive right in and take it away, Kate. Kate is our senior customer success manager. So she's in the know, knows all the great stuff, and she's going to be working with us today. So thank you, Kate.
Thanks, Danielle. Good kind of morning, I guess. Depends what time everyone got up. Kind of good morning, kind of afternoon, I guess. So this is going back to kind of just the regular intro session. We're going to start doing these monthly. This summer, we had a lot of great, a bit of a different training. It was kind of the home management, which is why we are Live Easy. The Home Hub is powered by Live Easy, not Move Easy anymore. And so if you weren't able to watch those, I definitely recommend that you do so. There's a lot of great new features on here. Let's get right into this. So I will also say, and Danielle is a great contact that I have over there. With every month that goes by, there's like a new upgrade. There's always something new. So even if you were on this, last year, last month, you're going to probably hear something different this time around. In fact, I know you are, because we have a new partnership. So please join every month. There's always something a bit different. We can all see my screen, right? All right. So, if you've been on this call before, if I don't have an agenda, I'll just go talking forever about anything. So this agenda definitely keeps me on track. What is it? What's in it for you? We're going to talk about your dashboard, and we're going to go live on the dashboard. So, this is the end-to-end home management system. This is really why we've rebranded as Live Easy, and there's a lot new marketing pieces, and hopefully you did see those calls those trainings this summer. So what happens is we have as soon as a deal is marked pending in your transaction system, we will then invite your client to the moving dashboard. That's usually where your client will become familiar with the service. I love to ask this, and lucky for Deborah and Louise, who have their camera on, you're going to have to be the only ones that participate. Have you ever moved in your life? Was it a good time? Maybe getting into the house was a good time. Deborah, you can't say it was a good time moving, or then my whole spiel is going to be ruined.
Okay, it was horrible.
Thank you. All right. Getting into the house, decorating the house, that's kind of fun. But the moving process, that is not fun. So we are basically a personalized concierge, an actual person that's going to help your clients do this. So what I mean by that, there's a lot of moving companies and moving concierge people out there that are artificial intelligence, or it's a call center, it's overseas, it's a bot. We are real people. We're actually based out of Ohio and Utah. So your clients get access to a real person that's going to help them set up their utilities, look for a good moving company. Maybe they want some type of security deals, a lot of different features. We actually do have a new solar department too. If your client's interested in green energy, they get a free consultation. So that's another thing, is that this entire process is free for you and for your clients. This is the best part. This is what I talked about all summer, so I'm not allowed to talk about it too much on this one. But 30 days after the deal has closed, the clients get invited to a home ownership, home management platform. I don't really want to use the word ownership, because this is incredible for renters also. And what a great thing to share this with renters who then eventually want to buy. They're going to see your agent's information, or your information, to then use you as their realtor. So 30 days after it's gone closed, after the property is closed, they will have access to a dashboard that has different features on it than the moving dashboard. They actually get a home valuation. They get to check on the equity in their home, their loan balance. They can keep track of their appliances. If they have any warranties on those appliances, they can look for different trusted pros, upload documents, a lot of great things that clients are already looking up online. They're now going to have access to on this new dashboard that's branded to the agent. When I said end-to-end 360 view of home management and home ownership, the next thing that happens from that home ownership dashboard, there's a little button that says prepare for your next move. They can click that. The agent then gets notified of what they want to do with their current home. Maybe they want to sell, maybe they want to rent, and where they want to go. Even if they're moving to New Mexico, where we're not licensed or we don't know anyone down there, you will still be notified. They can still access this platform. We can still help them no matter where they are in the United States. And how great would that be to get that very easy money for referrals, right? You can reach out and say, oh, I see that you want to move to New Mexico. I can probably find you a great agent, and you'll be notified every step of the way. Why you want to use this. So this is the most important thing. It is automated. All right. It is only automated when we are getting the correct information. So one, we need the client's email and phone number. All right. We can send an invite without the phone number, but if you were to get an email that said, hey, I'm part of a free concierge service that's going to do all of your annoying moving phone calls, would you think it was spam? Would you give them any information over the phone? You'd probably be like, I don't trust this. Excuse me, would you trust that email? But if someone calls you on behalf of the brokerage and the agent, you can talk to them you can hear their voice, you understand that process, they can explain it a bit more, share that we're PCI compliant, they're more likely to use it. So we love getting the phone call as well. Phone number as well. The other thing to mention when it comes to that data, we do need the correct agent's information. I know a lot of agents. Can we?
I got you.
Thank you. I know a lot of agents are very nervous about their clients' information. I am an agent. I've been a licensed agent since 2010, and that's the scariest thing, to give my client my book of business out to someone else who I don't necessarily know. Please know that we are an incredible service company. You don't need to give your agent email address as a client's email, none of the, none@none.com. We will be there, and you have access to all of the concierge information. So it is entirely transparent. The last thing, as I'm on my long-winded spiel, we need to make sure that those deals get marked as pending with enough time for us to reach out to the client. So I know a lot of times, we just wait until the day before it's closing. We mark it pending and then we mark it closed. We can't do much for the client within 24 hours. So we'd like, probably about 2 weeks prior to at least start helping them out. Personalized assistance. Lucky for you, I already gave this whole spiel. We are real people. It does feel like a very white glove experience, and you are notified who the concierge is, and you're able to reach out to them. You can actually call that person and be like, hey, George, you're my client's concierge. Just really excited to have her use this service. Please give that great experience, whatever you want to say. You do have access. It's not like we are, hiding them from you all. Staying top of mind, arguably the most important thing when it comes to real estate agents. We need to stay top of mind. You just saw that lovely little 360 view of how you, the agent, can help them with a move, moving in, moving out, the transaction, and home management. You are going to be top of mind for everything. When they think of real estate, they should think of you. Being the source of all things real estate, that goes hand in hand. When they think of real estate, they're thinking of you, because anything that they would be looking up online, they can now go to your URL and look that up. And then supporting our ancillary services. There's a lot of stats out there. When you keep things in-house, it's a lot smoother and easier to get to that closing table, right? All right, so don't worry, we will go live on the platform. We just got to get through some of the logistics. And one of the most important questions is, are we going to reach out to your clients first without even telling you? Absolutely not. We are going to email the agent before we email your client, so you are aware of it. 2 things I'm going to tell you. I love giving homework assignments. This is your first one, your first homework assignment. As soon as you see this email that says, hey, congrats, you just bought or sold a house with someone. You're a great agent. You're the best, right? When you get that email, that is your reminder to tell your client to expect to hear from their concierge within 48 hours. That is all you need to do. If there's any training involved in this training, you could sign off right now. Please don't. I've got a lot of other great things, but that is the most important thing. You want to tell your clients to expect to hear from the concierge so they know that that's real. Use this email as a reminder. If for some reason you do not want your client to have contact with the concierge, or you don't think they're going to use that service, you can scroll down and click disable. There's really no reason you'd want to do this unless maybe it was a land deal, or it was an investor or someone who wasn't actually moving in. So they don't need a moving truck, or they don't need their utilities set up. Otherwise, you should probably let that go. All right. Your client will get an email. Just want to give you a couple looks at what this is, it's basically going to welcome them to the platform. It will be branded to the Schmidt family, whichever of the brands you are a part of, and it will welcome your client to the platform. From there, they can go onto the website, or they can schedule a call with their concierge immediately, right? They can get in there and schedule that call. From the emails and the phone calls, you're probably like, oh goodness, are you going to spam the crap out of my client? Absolutely not. In fact, I love telling this fun story. So you can't look at the next screen yet. I'm going to keep you in suspense. Our CEO, he was moving from Michigan to Ohio, and he put his information in for a pricing inquiry to, get a quote on moving. And as soon as he hit submit, of course, I asked this question in all the trainings, what do we think happened? He gets bombarded. I needed to take a breath too. That's why I have to ask my questions, right? He gets bombarded with emails, with phone calls, right? I actually just tried to get a window quote off TikTok. I don't know what I was thinking. They got me, but I clicked to send in my information. And even when I closed it out, I already had 2 notifications for a text. I don't even know how they got my information and got in there, but I mean, like immediately, right? So basically our CEO was like, I want to provide this service and I don't want to do that. And that's honestly how we were founded. So what you see up here, these numbers are days post pending. So 1 day after it's gone pending, 2 days after pending, a week, 2 weeks, and 3 weeks. So day 1, keep in mind, the second it goes pending, the agent gets that congrats email. About 24 to 48 hours after that, the client will get an email and a text, and then there's a phone call on day 2. The reason we do these back to back is because 1, there's a lot going on after that first deal goes pending, right? They're probably getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, a lot of texts. They don't know what's real, what's not. So that's why we like to do that intro email and then call them if they have not used that service. I will tell you that we do have an artificial intelligence text service, but if anyone is familiar with AI, it is pretty impressive. The only reason we've added this experience is so that the client can go through and do that through a text message. They don't necessarily have to be on the website or a phone call. Danielle, is there a question?
Yes, we do have a question from Madeline DeSanto. How do we navigate to Live Easy website or app? I have HomeHub Move Easy account and login, but I don't think I have Live Easy. It's the same, Madeline. And the website.
And I will show you all of that in 2 slides, I think.
Thank you.
Yep, not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
If your client at any point says, leave me alone, I'm not interested, the cadence stops then and there. We don't reach back out. If we help them, then we don't reach back out. And then on day 21, three weeks after it's gone pending, we basically send an email that's like, we're here forever if you need something. Otherwise, we're going to stop bothering you. And that's how that works. So what you see is what you get here. My boss, I love telling this, my boss always says that if you can prove we are spamming your client, she will give her whole month's paycheck because she's 99.99999% sure that it's not us. I love saying this, but I'm also just as sure, but she started offering her paycheck first. So I keep going with that. And I'm not going to offer mine yet. Okay. Who we are and what we're not. We are branded to the agent. I think that's a really great thing to be aware of. There's a lot of companies out there that are going to just say, oh, we're a concierge service, or they might kind of trick your client with how they've branded themselves. When we call those clients, we say, congrats on your deal with Danielle Ottomer from Schmidt Family. We are part of the HomeHub service. Would you like to use the moving concierge experience? So it does feel like we are part of Danielle's team. We are part of Deborah's team, whoever that agent is. In fact, when I use this as an agent, I actually tell my clients I have a moving team, a moving concierge team that will help them get everything set up. So just wait for that phone call. It makes me sound like I am just like, the best agent in the world. I have this team of people that help all of my clients, all of my first-time home buyers that are nervous. So go ahead and use that same line. It really does feel like that. PCI compliant, it's 12 different standards that we have to follow of compliance when we take any information over the phone. You can go ahead and look it up, but it's like you can't screen share, you can't save, like there's certain things that are disabled on the computer, can't have a phone, we can't take any of that information. In fact, if you think about it, it's 1 30-minute phone call with the concierge rather than having to call the internet and cable, the electric, the gas company, the water. So it's 1 phone call rather than 5 different people you're giving your information to. Complimentary, Danielle, I know you know this joke. We're not allowed to say free. We've been trained on this. The one day Katie's going to pop on here and hear me say it, I'm going to get in trouble. We're not allowed to say free because everyone thinks free sounds cheap or something. That was the training. Free sounds free. So this is free to you all and to all of your clients. I think that's the best way to put it. Don't ever tell her I've said free instead of complimentary. It's also too many syllables, right? So totally free. What a great way to differentiate yourself from all the other agents out there. Real people. I said this numerous times. I'm not going to say it again. And then authorized dealers. So what's really great about this is we're not a middleman. We are on the site in real time doing this for your client. So we can help set all of this up while they're on the call. They will then get an email with all of the things that have been confirmed, the dates that they're getting things set up, and the agent will get that too. So you'll be notified after that call of what was completed in the summary email. What we're not spamming, selling, sharing data, hands down, we don't do it. I mean, Ven, our CEO, is just like appalled by how that happens, and it's not our style. So when someone says that they're a concierge, they're probably not our concierge service. They are someone that got it from online. There's a ton of information out there that's public. I can assure you it is never going to be HomeHub or the Live Easy concierge. All right, let's go live. Are we pumped? Are we excited? I know Wednesdays are full of energy. I can tell, I can feel it. I'm going to show you the client side first, and then we'll go into the agent side one, because I want you to stay the whole time. So haha, but also because I want you to see what that client side looks like. Take some notes. When there's something that stands out to you, just write it down and remember to use that with your client. A lot of times with these trainings, it can feel really overwhelming. There's so much going on. Just pick one or two things that you really like and use that to personalize it when you tell your client about it, right? So the client gets access to this dashboard. Keep in mind, they never have to log into the dashboard. Everything can be done on the phone. So if you have some of those clients that are like, I don't want to do another thing on a website, I just want someone to call me and get it all done for me, that happens too. These are the same thing. It's just two different avenues to get to the same place. All right. So you see, there's my dashboard. I can look at all of my information here. It tells me, where am I moving? I'm moving to Dallas, Texas. I am not, but in this case, it looks like my demo account is taking me to Dallas. How many days until my move and who my concierge is. So Jesus is my concierge. I can reach out to him. He will help me throughout all of this. If I ever need anything, I can call him and he will help with not just the move, but also that home management piece. I scroll down, I'm going to see my HomeHub concierge services. So we see Woodland Title, Coast One Mortgage, America Preferred Home Warranty, all of these different options as well for that client. Maybe I want some home improvement projects. Maybe I want to remodel my kitchen, which I finally have. I don't know if anyone was on the calls last year when I talked about it. We did it. So exciting. All right. And then look, we've got fun deals. You want some ground beef or some wine or whatever these are, some memberships to places. These are all available on that dashboard for your client. But let's get to the more exciting stuff. So over here, I see moving services. I can click get started. It's going to tell me what my zip code is, or I put in my square footage. I have no idea. I can fill in all of this information. I don't know. I won't. I guess I won't. I should probably have done this. There we go. It's going to make me do all these things. Anyway, your client can fill all of this out and it will actually quote moving services on the website. So keep in mind, they can still do this on the phone, but maybe there's someone, I'm 36. I don't like phone calls. I want to do everything online, right? I can do it online and then tell my concierge what I've set up. I'll go back. All right. Moving support, I see a checklist of things. It's probably not time yet because of when I said I was moving, which I don't remember. But here you go. Keeps track of everything that needs to happen during the move to help your client. So you can look at this. They can add things to their calendar. Just a nice way in a very hectic time to keep the clients kind of organized and aware of everything that's going on. You will notice one of our new features is this dashboard design, right? So if you were on earlier, this is already, as I said, if you missed the beginning, we have this every month and you're like, well, do I need to join every month? We are constantly upgrading. So if you have time, just join every month. I guarantee there's something new. You're going to see two new things today. The first being this new design UI. Where you see the agent's information up top, the client gets a personalized dashboard. There's no more click down to see more. It's all available right here. Maybe they want to look at internet and cable options. They fill this out. It lets them kind of shop around for whatever they need. I am going to share with you home ownership dashboard. Hopefully we can still see my screen now. We have, right? Welcome back, Kate, and my home valuation. So setting up my dashboard, I'll tell you one of the things that I would recommend you all do is set yourself up as a client. Save yourself some money, add yourself and see the client experience. So here's my home ownership dashboard. Looks very similar to the moving dashboard, except now it has my home valuation instead of days till my move, right? So now everything that was on that other site is going to transfer to this one. Maybe I want a security system. Maybe I want to see if I could save some money on my internet and cable. I scroll down, I see my home valuation. And then the same pieces as well that were on that other dashboard. I'll show you. So under the home value, of course, it's going to tell people to go talk to the agent. This is meant to be a tease. This is a nice thing for the client to be able to look at and check out before they are like, hey, wow, that's worth more than I had anticipated. My mortgage balance, what's left. So keep in mind, these are things that clients are going to want to look up all the time. They're going to want to pay attention to. And now it's branded to that agent. They have access. They can log in. They've bookmarked this. They will never forget you, right? That's the point. The savings calculator, I love this one. This is so cool. So I have my loan amount. I want to pay an extra $150 a month, how much money I'm going to save and how many, how much time off my loan. It's not that much because I don't have, I'm not paying much more towards principal. It's all, I have such a low interest rate. So it doesn't really matter at this point. And then this one's great, affordability calculator. So maybe someone wants to buy a second home or invest in a rental property. Keep in mind, whether it's in your market area or not, we can still help them and you can still get that referral. I want to calculate what I can afford down to the actual utilities. I'm going to remind everyone again, this is a tease, right? This is just some online algorithm to help give them an idea, just like it would if they were to Google it, just if they were to go to some other mortgage company. We want to be the ones providing that to them. We are the source of all things real estate. This is just so that then they decide to call you. Oh, wow, we can afford a lot more. Maybe we do want an investment property. Down here, you see home equity, what potentially my home equity is. What can I do with my home equity? Maybe I do want to redo my kitchen. Already did it. Haha. All right, come down and then home projects. So all of this is available for the client, again, branded to the agent. The one new feature I'm going to show you before we go to the agent dashboard is the Trusted Pros. So we've added to our Trusted Pros, where now we've partnered with Thumbtack. So there's a few things I'm excited to share with you all. One, you, the agent, can and you should add your own vendors. What a great way to share your dashboard with your entire sphere by saying, I've added all of the Trusted Pros that I've used. Here's my electrician, here's my plumber, here's my general contractor. If you don't have anyone, that's fine. The brokerage has added some. So there's brokerage vendors in here as well. If the agent adds one, it's going to say agent preferred and only show for those clients of that agent. So I don't want Danielle's clients to know who my contractor is. Not a problem. If I add it to my account, only my clients will see it. However, both Danielle and myself will share the brokerage level vendors, and it will say brokerage preferred. You can add it at the office as well. So maybe there's a group of inspectors that we all like to use. You can add that and put that in there. If you're like, I don't have anyone yet, or I don't know, we do have a partnership with Thumbtack now, and Thumbtack would show third. So agent preferred would be first, and then the brokerage preferred, and then Thumbtack. So if I don't have anyone added, which I wouldn't here, you're going to see Thumbtack and the options below. Typically, the first person is going to be someone who's paying for their leads on Thumbtack, which is why you need to contact them to get information or check that hourly rate. But the rest of these, you don't actually have to add. You don't have to, have an account to see what this is, to get more information on those vendors. So that's another really great feature as well. The last thing I'll show you is plan your next move. Hopefully you guys noticed. So there's another thing on here where you can upload your documents. You can apply to change your driver's license, all the things that happen during the move, during, if you do need help with those, it's available. But I want to sell my home and I want to move to, I think I did this last time, Ann Arbor, Michigan. Better get rid of all my Buckeye outfits, right? And then there's my agent. I can hit submit. She will now be notified that I want to move to Michigan. Whether she can help me with that because she's licensed there or not, she gets that email. My client still has access to this dashboard. So again, you are staying top of mind forever. All right, don't worry, gang. We are on the last bit here. So now I'm on the agent dashboard. All of that was just kind of your break, just for fun, see what the client experience is. I'm going to go over what the agent dashboard looks like, and I'm going to give you 5 homework assignments. I want everyone to be aware of, you don't have to do anything I tell you. The only homework assignment that really matters is to know that this exists, make sure you're given the correct client information and that the deal is marked pending, and talk about it early, often, and always with your client. That is the #1 assignment. If you take anything from this, it's that. But now we're going to go into the others because I'm extra and I can't just give you one assignment, right? So your second assignment, one, if you need access, you can email Danielle or your ASC. They can send you the link. We are working, it is a long process, on getting a single sign-on button for you all with Moxie. As soon as that happens, we will announce it to the rooftop off the mountains. But for now, I would suggest that once you have access, just bookmark it. Save that actual URL so that you can access it. Once you're in there, it's going to look something like this. This is a demo account, so it has a lot of fun stuff happening. You'll notice here are all my clients. Some are Sphere clients, some are movers, some say signed up direct, and some don't say anything. If they don't say anything, that means that they were invited from myself or from whatever my transaction management system would be. Signed up means that they've actually come into the web portal. Signed up direct means that they used my URL. So that's a really cool thing for lead capture. Your first assignment is become familiar with the dashboard. Click buttons, try to break it. You can, I promise. All right, what's over here? Okay, I can edit the contact. I can resend it. I can send the app invite. I see my clients. I see the vendors here. I can look at all the different vendors for the office, for the brokerage, etc. So just kind of click around. All right, next thing I want to show you is engagements. So all of my clients when they were invited. And then the last thing I want to show you under the tour the platform assignment is your missed transactions. One of the upgrades that we recently had is a lot of new data and what we're able to share with the agent, and it's just going to keep getting better. But you'll notice this missed transaction list. If an agent has missed any transactions, whether it was we were given the wrong information, something didn't connect, you'll see that here. So if a client doesn't get invited and you want to know why, you can double check and then you can manually invite them if you'd like. And I'll show you how to do that here in a moment. So assignment 1 is to tour the platform. Assignment 2, am I going too fast? Is this okay? Okay, I realized I hadn't taken a sip of water in a while, so I didn't know if I was going too fast. All right. The next assignment I'm going to say is add your vendors. And the reason I want you to add your vendors before you invite your clients is because when your clients get invited, they're going to click around, they're going to look at it. And you want that platform to be as robust and full of great information as possible. So click add vendor. And you'll be able to add one at a time. All you need is the vendor name and the phone number. Although the more you add, the more that's going to stand out, right? You can Google different logos of those companies. You can add the logo. You can put in the URL if you have a contact. Keep in mind that this is going to say agent preferred and have your name and picture on there. If you need help with this, I've got a couple options for you. You can go to your ASC or you can email help@moviez.com and we can do it for you. If you are someone that has an Excel file or just everything already organized, see this button that says add multiple vendors. There's a template. We can upload all of those vendors at one little click. If you are worried about doing that yourself, again, go to your ASC or email help@moviez.com and we'll do that for you. No problem. All right. So your second assignment, you had tour the platform, add your vendors. The next thing we want to do is invite our clients. So up here, it says invite client. New buyer, new seller. So it's automated. You never actually have to use this, except maybe you have a client that is already going to be into the system or already looking to schedule their movers or their utilities or something. They're just ahead of the game, right? I'm a little type A. This would be me for sure. As the agent, you can add their information and then click send email. If their email is the same in this invite that it is in the transaction management system, it will not get duplicated. All right. It will not send it twice. So that's not a problem. Just go ahead and invite those clients. In fact, if you do it personally, you can change this messaging. You could say, this is what we just talked about. Congrats on the deal. I'm so excited you got a house. Like, let's get you set up in here, right? You can make that a bit more personalized. Don't worry, that's also the next homework assignment. So just give me a second, we'll get there. But this is how you could do one invite at a time. Up here, though, you'll notice sphere of influence. This one is awesome. This is the one where you can invite whether someone bought or sold with you a year ago, a decade ago, or never. They're just a good friend now. You can add all of those contacts to this home management dashboard. If you remember our 360 end-to-end view, it had real estate transaction, moving, and home management. They don't have to go in any order. You can add them at any point, right? You can add them at the start of a transaction so that they can see the mortgage and the title company, etc. You could add them during the move, or you could add them if they haven't moved or they're not going to move for years. And when you do that, they'll get added to that home management dashboard. You can add more than one contact, again, the same way that we did those vendors with the template. If you'd like, we can do that for you or your ASC. So again, just go ask your ASC or help@moviez.com, and we will go ahead and upload all of those. Once we upload that file, though, they will be invited right then and there. So transition into your next homework assignment. If we're going to do that, we really want our email to sound personal and to actually give a little bit more of our own flair, right? So your next assignment is, let's edit and change some of our emails. Under your account, you see email content, and then these different options. So you can actually modify and edit your own email content. See invite for sphere of influence. You can edit this email subject. You can edit this text. It is fine. It's, you know, it's a great text, but if you are someone that wants to not sound like the computer wrote it or it wasn't you, go ahead and change that. You can add links, you can add images, you can add videos. It's full HTML text. If you're like, I don't want to change it, I don't like all that, it's too much work, that's totally fine. If you change one thing, change the subject line, because that's what really catches our attention. How many of you have signed up for so many different online, or, you know, you bought something online and now you're on all of those different accounts and everyone emails you? I think I told this summer, but start paying attention to what of those spam emails you actually open. What does the subject line read, right? One that I did, it was Wayfair right around 4th of July. I hadn't opened them in forever. And their subject line said, action required, claim your account. And I like panicked. I hadn't bought anything from Wayfair in like years. I don't know why I cared, but I opened it. I was like, darn it, they got me. I opened it. So something that's really going to make them want to click it open. And that you could use that one, right? They can claim their account. Another thing you could do is would love your feedback, or could get your advice, and then make this email say, hey, I've got this great new home management dashboard. It shows you all these great new features and home pros and home value. Can you check it out and let me know what you think? What a great way to then get them to log in and get that information as well. Speaking of, the last assignment is when you are up here on your URL, the darkened part of your URL, which this is a demo account, so it's not really the best looking one. I wish I had a better example for you. It's usually first name dash last name .moviez.com. That is your lead capture landing page. So I'm going to go incognito here, and I'm going to show you. I hope this works on the demo. Awesome. Yep. So this is the demo. This is a landing page. This is exactly what your page would look like as an agent. You could send this to people who are moving, who are selling, who are just already in their home. Maybe they're a renter. Maybe they just bought, but they're somewhere, in another state, and you just want to help them with that service. They can create their own account with your information always there front and center on that unique URL. Those are your fun assignments, I think. Oh, yep, the last thing I have. So I wanted to share just a few things, and then Danielle, I'm going to hand it right back over to you. A few things that you guys should be aware of. Again, I totally understand if you're nervous about inviting clients, if you're worried about that, we get that. That's a lot for you all to ask. But in doing so, please know that more of your clients have probably used this than you're aware of. Because of its automation, clients are going into this system, they're getting help, and they are probably thinking you're an incredible agent without even you knowing that they've used it. In fact, these are actual testimonials from HomeHub clients that have gone into the system. So these are actual clients. You don't even know if maybe one was your client or not, but it does just show how helpful and what a great service this is to add complimentary to your differentiator, to your value prop, right? So if anything, I would say talk about it early, often, and always. Think of a few talking points to share. I think, Danielle, I've sent you a few documents that you can share after the training that can help with a lot of this tech tips and whatnot. But that is pretty much what I got, Danielle. If there's anything you wanted to add.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kate. Well, Madeline, we got your question answered. So we got that one answered. Does anyone else have any questions? Thoughts, questions that we can help answer, and why we've got Kate too on. Okay, so if you haven't yet been in your HomeHub account and you'd like to go in, as Kate mentioned, and tour your platform and, make sure that you got all your agent information, please reach out to me or your ASC. I know I see Debbie Mahone on, right there too with her screen because she's up. I've worked with Debbie one-on-one and on the phone and worked her through, hey, here's how you help your agents. You can resend that password more than once, as many times as you would like to, actually, and get into their accounts. We have some successful ASC stories where they do a lunch and learn. So agents know that your ASCs are asked for that lunch and learn. Hey, I want to learn more about HomeHub. Can we do a lunch and learn session on it, or just take some bite-sized pieces and learn about it, get into our accounts? So we've got all kinds of wonderful tools and resources in our HomeHub Square. So agents go in there, find everything that you need, answer all your questions. Also, we've got one-pagers that you can slide into your presentations. So when you go on a listing appointment and you want to include, hey, I've got this great program, as Kate said, my personal moving team and everything that you need called HomeHub. Can insert that into your Moxie Present if you use Moxie, or your Black Book or Blue Book listing presentation, or just as a one-pager. We've got all those tools already and resources already created for you that you can include to win that listing on those listing appointments, right? So yeah, always reach out. We also have our dedicated HomeHub support team at help@moveeasy.com, as Kate mentioned. So please always reach out to them too as well. So I see we've got another question here. Yes, so yes. So I will. I
just sent it to her, Danielle. That's why I already sent it.
Okay, great. Thank you. So we've got you. So you can go in there and check that out. Any other questions? Anybody else need a password sent? If you haven't been in there already. Okay, or you can email me afterwards if you've got questions and let us know how we can help. So really great session. Thank you so much, Kate, for joining us. So again, get started using HomeHub today. It's really an amazing program. The agents that are using it have shared their successes with this, again, to help their current clients, past clients, and entire sphere of influence. That includes family, friends, hey, college students, right? They're moving all the time, and all those folks that you meet that you want to show value to. It adds to your value proposition as an agent, and it helps convert those sphere of influence folks into, into real estate clients and branded from you, which is what we want. So thank you so much for joining us today. Be tuned in, as Kate said, for next month, October. We're always doing fun, fresh, and new tips, tricks, features with the program. And again, join us every month. We'd love to see you. So thank you for attending. Have a great day.
Everyone.